this is Jody. Welcome to Northern Country Creations, and I have another haul here from way up northern Minnesota in the middle of nowhere. So I always find really good finds up there, and things are always really cheap. So let's get started. So let's take a look here. So I got some recipe cards. They were $4.50 in a little shop, so I paid 25 cents for those. Those are pretty cool, nice and heavy. Got some red ribbon, 25 cents. Pretty old, 7/8 inch width. Got some nice, northern, woodsy type Christmas. I mean, it's probably Christmas ribbon, but it's cloth, and so this will be nice in the Christmas journals or my cabin journals. So this is pretty cool, really wide too. So there's quite a bit on here. Sears Roebuck, and this was like a remake of a 1900 book, and this is dated 1970s. These were made, and this is really cool. I've seen these before, and just love seeing how much things were and what was for sale, and just funny. This is great. It's great to look at and look through. It's kind of cool. Just love it. Got some pink and gray striped bias trim that I'll have fun working with. And these were probably all $1/4 or 10 cents. Here's some green. Oh, 25 cents. So they were 25 cents. Just some little scratch paper. Paid $1/4 for it. It's brand new in the package. Grandma is a hug waiting to happen. Just kind of cute. 4x5 sheets. Got some really heavy duty. This kind of looks vintage. I don't know if it is or not. 50 cents I paid for it. It's pretty thick. It'll look really cool on the junk journals, so got that. Sportsman's Cooking, Fish, Fowl, and Game Handling, Preparation, and Recipes. Love the old Coleman stove here. So let's see how old this one is. 1967. So this one will be really nice in my cabin journals as well. Shows you how to field dress a rabbit, and so yeah, I really like doing the cabin journals only because I have a cabin myself, and I have a love for nature and camping and being outdoors. So I just think it's a great idea to make journals for men as well, not always just for women. So so these types of journals will be neat for men. So yeah, got that. Got this full of different cards, some index cards. There's some colored ones, different thicknesses. This one, these are actually all plain, so these are like already cut for you. I like that. There's 100 here. These are plain as well. So there's some plain and some lined ones. I got the whole thing for probably 50 cents or $1. And I don't know, I like storing things in unique things, so I got this cigar box, so I will probably store something in it, and it'll go nice on my shelf, so I like that. Let's see what else I got here. Here's a book. Oh, okay, so I got this. This is just a photo album, but I got this to take apart and use as photo slots in the junk journals. So that's what I got this for. So I will dissect this and use them. Probably maybe use the cover for something, want a trip. So that would be fun to make a journal with. Celebrating the seasons. Let's see. Oh, okay, yep. So these had really nice pictures in them. So those are really pretty. So, got that. Let's see what else I got here. Somebody Loves You, Helen Steiner Rice. Let's see what the cover looks like. So it's like a kind of a olive yellow. And look at the font on it. I like that. Nice green in here, so guidepost, yep. So here's inspirationals. So lots of beautiful colors and poems. Look at that orange and yellow together. So these are really wonderful. I like those. Fishing at Long Pond. Oh, so I chose this because I might make this my personal journal at the cabin for next year. So 2021 journal. Because it's, you know, got everything to have to do with up north, and I love the graphics and illustrations. Look at that. So I just love this book. Look at that. Grandpa and granddaughter. Big bass. So this is like all me right here up north. So this will be really fun. I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn this into my personal junk journal for next year. So I love that. All right, what do we got here? Piano. Oh, piano music. I was just looking for the date. Printed in USA. Let's see here. Is there a date on here? I don't see a date, but it's pretty old. So there's some nice music notes, and it's kind of the really thick, bold printed type. So those will be awesome. I love the size because it'll be, you can fold them in half. It'll probably be too tall for a golden book, but it'll be for all the other books sizes. So that will be paper. To My Daughter Would Love, a Mother's Memory Book. Just love the pictures in here. There's actually pages that can be used in a to put in a journal. Look at that. Just wonderful pictures and little poems. So I really like that. That was cool. Christmas at Our House. This is the same, I believe it's Donna Green. Yeah, that's the same author. And she makes another book here. Same thing. Nice cover. I don't think they're old or anything like that. 1995. But this one's all about Christmas. So look at that. Grandma's Parents' Heavenly Pie. It's a recipe and images and, you know, places to write. And so I'll incorporate these into some Christmas journals. And I just love the graphics in those too. So those would be cool. Alright. Reader's Digest Merry Christmas Songbook. This was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. 1981. And what I liked about this is it's Christmas music to put in Christmas journals. But the colors of the lines in here are very vintage. So there's your baby blues. Look at Silent Night. There's the pink, the hot pink And the images, you know, there's some more pink. And so the little images with them are just gorgeous. I loved it. So that's why I picked this. Joy to the World is a pretty green. Here's some more blue lines. Some more, you know, I mean, it's just, look at that little boy. My two front teeth, all my Christmas, my two front teeth. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, look at that. I mean, this was just a great book. This would be a really good one to try to find at your local thrift store. Look at that. It's almost a sagey green. And then the lines that are in it, I just like that. I just hadn't seen, look at that beautiful image. The Skater's Waltz. Here's some more yellow. I just love that. And I just love the colors and the lines as well. I don't see that very often. So this would be a really fun book to try to research, maybe online and try to find. These are really cool. Look at that. Over the River and Through the Woods. And it's just in perfect condition. The pages are perfect. I mean, it says copyright 1946. How's that? 1981. Oh, well, I don't know. There's different ones, but it says 1981. But some of these pages say copyright 1949, 1910, maybe, I don't know how the pages are different. 1959, 1949. So I'm not sure, but awesome, awesome, awesome. Love this book. It doesn't even look like it was hardly used, so that was a great, great find. I don't know, there's just something about looking through the junk journals and or glue books or whatever, and coming upon music notes. Okay, this one's Boundary Waters. This is a really big book, and so I'll be using these full-length pages. Oh my gosh, just great images. Look at that. Just awesome. So this is a really great nature one. There's my loon. I don't know, I'm a water person. I'm so happy when I'm near water. So that'll be nice. What do we got here? Oh, I thought it would be fun to put I Spy pages into the Christmas journals. Why not, right? It's so much fun to look for these and look for items. So why not put them in a junk journal? And of course it always has vintage type things in it, you know. Look at that. Why wouldn't you want to look at that in a junk journal too? So I never thought of doing I Spy pages, so I'm glad I picked that one up. And again, I only, you know, probably paid 25 cents, 50 cents for these books. Oh, and then they had calendars in a basket where they were just free. You could take as many as you wanted. And these, this is actually 2020, but what I liked about it is they're really thick and they have a matte texture on these pictures. These will make great tuck spots, pockets, journaling cards. So that's why I picked these. I just loved them. Look at that. And so that's a calendar. And there's another, it's just a page that was by itself. Here's another one that was ripped out of a book, but I like this picture. There's a big one on the back. Another calendar. Calendars are always great for junk journals because of the pictures. They just have great, great pictures. Look at that. Look at that bright bird. Awesome. So yep, got several of those. And this one was really cute. Reminds me kind of like a Holly Hobby. Look at those pictures. So cute. Look at that. How adorable. Aw. So those are cute. I like that one. These are kind of like artwork. Which is this one. This one's birds, of course. I had to get that. Look at that. Beautiful birds. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Bird houses. Love that. Love lilacs. Here's another one with birds. That would be good in a beach one. Kingfisher. So yeah, I got several on my huge basket of them full. Oh, my President Trump. Okay, and then look at these. This is kind of some vintage doilies. I probably paid 25 cents or 10 cents for these. These were Hallmark, so that's a neat color. I hadn't had those or seen those before. And this, I think, came out of one of the books. So it's a card, an old newspaper clipping. So I'll probably put that into a journal. See if there's a date on it. Oh, look at the dress. Well, it's Des Moines, Iowa. Doesn't say the date. Look at that. I don't see the date anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. January 11th, 1959. So those were cool. Yeah, these were just some random images that came out of some books. That fell out of the book. Beautiful pictures. Oh, and yeah, they had all these bags. Merchandise bags. Really cool colors. So I grabbed those. I think they were 10 cents or something. And there was a big one. What else did I get? Oh, these. Yeah, these are like a pocket dividers, but they're actually really heavy. And they make great journaling cards and tags out of them. 50 cents for the whole thing. 25 cents for some more file folders, for making pockets and journal tags, and for putting magazine, gluing them on to make them, really stiff. Here's another pack. A whole bunch. Those. The Bride's Book of Poems. Let me see. I think I like this because it was a white cover. The Bride's Book of Poems. I really like that. So this might make a nice wedding, like a sign-in journal for everybody to write. So I might take this apart and use some of these pages in it, and then add some paper and other vintage type papers, media, and make a wedding journal out of it. So this would be really cool. And I love this here too. I'd put that inside the book for the journal. And what were these? Expanders, 1974. Oh, and then I just got a whole bunch of, this was a whole packet of just papers and cardstocks and scrapbook paper. And yeah, and then there was some of these clear things that I will use in the journals too. So, let me get to my other bin here. I think I had two Rubbermaid totes full from this little thrift store, and all their proceeds go to like their food shelf up there. Okay, so then I've got Family Circle Illustrated Library of Cooking. And these, I don't even know if they've ever been looked at. I mean, they're having it, you know, they're very tight, and you know, the pages aren't even wrinkled or nothing. So these were an awesome shape. And look at the colors again in here and the vintage pictures. And I want to make recipe journals. I just love recipes myself, so I'm going to make a whole bunch of recipe journals. Make one for my daughter as she's young, make one for my daughter-in-law as they've been married for a few years now, but maybe she'll want to start recording her own recipes, so this would be kind of fun. So this one is lunch boxes. These are lunch things. So I kind of picked up, this is kind of that yellow, here's that bright blue, here's the olive green, and then there's the bright red. And yeah, I picked up one of each color, although they had every volume there. Again, look at that. I mean, it's never even been opened. So yeah, these, look at that, oh cute. So yeah, these will make really good junk journals, so recipe junk journals. So I got one of each color. This one's desserts, this one's more, oh look at that, beverages, party punch. Yeah, it's hot out today. That sounds good to have a beverage like right now. Oh, what is that? Oh, I love finding things in books. Let's see what this is. Let's see if it belongs in there, or what is this? It's like an advertisement for, oh, yep, it's the advertisement for the whole thing. The cookbook bonanza. So see, there's all those, I think I got one of every color, so yeah, that's kind of cool. So that was in there. Love those. These were some tags that I was making up at the cabin while it was raining out. So I made some of these. And this is what I was talking about. Taking this is like out of a children's book. Taking a really nice book page and then just gluing it onto your file folder and making it into a journaling card. So this one's Winter Snowfalls. Another vintage book card, put a bird on it, so I made a journaling card of that. This one I cut out, it's an advertisement. Here's another one, put a tab on it, journaling card, bird. This one's just a book page. It was kind of a neat story, and it's just on scrapbook paper. Here's another one. This one is a double out card. It's from like a Tom Hardy or Drew, Nancy Drew story. And there's a book page back there. This is a vintage greeting card. And this I just made a little booklet out of with a page in it that you can journal on the back, add things into it. It's a little booklet. Those are just some cards that I was working on up to the cabin. Okay, Better Homes and Gardens, Meals and Minutes. This one, 1963. Again, the beautiful pinks and the pictures. I just can't wait to jump into my recipe book that I've got started. Holiday cookbook. Why did I get two? I don't know. This one has a matte book cover, and this one has a really glossy, shiny cover. But I don't know. Let's take a look and see. Why did I get two? Oh, it's because these pages were had gotten wet. Yeah, so these pages had gotten wet. So I decided that because I loved the colors of these. Oh, look at that. There's a recipe. I would probably cut this one up. See, look at that. Love that. So this one I would probably cut up versus this one. You know, I'll be able to use the whole entire page. So, and again, the beautiful colors in here. Look at that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. So, oh, awesome. Look at that. Little mink overlay. Oh. Put a candle inside there. So yeah, I really like this book. So that's why I got two. Okay. Betty Crocker Outdoor Cookbook. And this one is a soft cover. 1967, and again, this one was the illustrations I fell in love with, and the color of the pages. So there's some tan colored pages in here, pictures. Just love the graphics. Look at that pretty pink. Look at that green. So that's why I got this one. Look at that, watermelon, and the yellow. Look at that, a picnic table around a tree. And so yeah, I just love the graphics in here. Look at that little bistro set, pink and the yellows. So there, oh, look at this one. This page right here, family campouts. These will be good in my cabin journals. And camping, cabin, up north, what do you call it? You know, everything you want, whatever you want to call it. That will be great for those. Look at that cooking on there. Oh, awesome. Look at that, using a can to roll out. Improvising, right? Look at that. Fry pan. Cooking over the fire. So, love that one. Love, love, love that one. Better Homes and Gardens barbecue book. Again, a nice, really nice vintage book. Oh, here's a ripped page. Look at this picture though. Love that. Look at those shish kebabs. What year was this one? 1958. So that's really fun. I like the blue book. The cover on that one. And of course, y'all probably know what Ideals is. Actually, I think they're right here in Minnesota. They're made here in Minnesota or published in Minnesota. Nope, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm sorry. So, yeah, this one is, what date is this one? You know, they don't tell you that. Oh, it's Roman numerals. I've got to brush up on that. So, anything with the Ideals, it is always really good. They have just neat things in it. And they have all different kinds. They have recipes and poems and all different types of... See, this might be an Ideals too. Maybe not. What is this one? Ideals when you bake with yeast. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Look at that. Fleischmann's yeast. Some more vintage. Just the great colors. Look at the pinks and the blues. Here's some pretty greens. So here's Ideals. This is another cookbook. Oh, that's why I was thinking Minnesota, is because this one's from Brainerd. This is stamped, so like they gave these, this is a realty company, so it's like they, you know, gave these to their clients, so they had their business stamped on it. But look at the font in here. Pretty neat. And I like their pictures. Look at the canning jars. Apple ginger relish. This one's really neat. I like this one. Oh, making ice cream. Pecan pie. So that's cool. Like that one as well. The candy box. This was another one I picked up, I think, because it's typed. No, this one isn't typed, but it has like a different type of a font. And I just liked it because it was a vintage style and the font on it. And I don't know, it doesn't say a date on it. North Dakota Homemakers Club. Maybe somewhere it does have a date, but it's kind of old. The cookie jar. Let's see, this one, 1978. And again, I like this one because it's got all the greens in it. Christmas cookies. These will look really nice in Christmas books. Christmas journals, I mean. So, yep, that one's pretty cool. Got a few more to go. The Blender Way to Better Cooking. Let's see how old this is. This is a soft front one, or soft cover too. 1965. So again, lots of old stuff at this thrift store that was up there. And just really reasonable books for like 25 cents, 50 cents. You know, just real reasonable. It just seems the farther away you are from a larger city, just the better things are, the better